Can everyone hear me? All the way in the back, everyone good? Hello, my name is Adam McDonald. I'm Luke Beamer, and we're the co-founders of GivDapps. GivDapps is a little bit different than anything you're going to see today. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization in the state of New York. So why did I start GivDapps? For the past 5 years, I've been mentoring with Big Brother, Big Sister, the Capital Region. My little, his name is Jacob. There he is right there. So for the past 5 years, I've been mentoring with Big Brother, Big Sister, and this is my little Jacob. This is his great-grandmother, and they live over in Cohoes. They live in extreme poverty. One day, I was bringing him out for an outing, and I walked upstairs, and I realized that his shoes, they were like torn at the bottoms, and I started looking at them, the sole was coming out. So without saying anything to his grandmother, I brought him to Walmart and purchased shoes out of my own pocket. He was ecstatic. No one had ever done anything like this for him before. The look on his face, he was just so happy. And the way it made me feel, I can't even put it into words. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to give everyone in this audience the chance that I had to feel the way I had when giving him those shoes. And this was basically GivDapps.
So, GivDapps is a mobile application and a web-based platform. They work in conjunction with one another to facilitate transparent, charitable crowdfunding within local communities. What we're doing is we're revolutionizing the art of giving by allowing users of our platform to see the need in their community, to hear the story behind that need, and then to really feel the impact that their contribution makes, like nothing is done before. Our focus is on material items. Small things that some of us in this room would take for granted, but that for a recipient makes a major, tangible difference in their day-to-day life. So how do we do that? We take what we call a recipient, someone with a need. In the case of Adam's story, it was Jacob needed a pair of shoes. That recipient is working with a nonprofit in their local community. The nonprofits in these communities, they're the people on the front lines. They know the needs within their communities the best. So they know who needs what. They find that out, come to us with the need, we feature it on our platform. Members of the community can then view our platform, see the need, identify with it, and donate money to make that need happen. We then transfer that money to one of our online retail partners, such as Amazon, who converts the money into a material good, which is then sent directly to the recipient in need. Now this is what's really special about GivDapps. This person, they just received something that is changing their daily life. So obviously they're ecstatic about that. In economics, there's a term called the warm glow effect. And what that refers to is the fact that when you do good for someone else, it makes you feel good. In giving today, that gets lost a lot. You're giving to these large corporate-type charities, and you don't really see where your donation is going. You don't see the impact it's making, so it makes it hard to feel that way. But with GivDapps, you're giving specific items to specific people in your community. So GivDapps allows that warm glow to flow right back into the community to the donors who made that possible. We're different than all other crowdfunding sites. Majorly, the main point is that we partner with these nonprofit organizations. Any other crowdfunding site, anyone can make a campaign for anything. By partnering with these nonprofit organizations, we vet these candidates who are being on our platform and prevent any kind of fraudulent activity that way. In addition, people who are making profiles on crowdfunding sites, they need access to a computer. They need access to a social network to reach out through to raise money for these causes. And a lot of people who are in the greatest need don't have those things. So GivDapps provides both of those to those people. Now, when we were doing our customer discovery, the nonprofits that we're talking to are very excited about this. They see that this is a marketing tool for them to reach out into a new digital age donor pool, to connect with a new generation who's going to donate in new ways. And they could not be more excited about it. So now we're just going to give you a look at our app that's live in the App Store today. Maybe.
So here we go. You can see it's Schenectady, Troy, and Albany. We're currently in 3 cities. You just scroll up and down. We're going to go to Troy today. And in Troy, you're going to see two causes right here. The Dallas family, and as you can see, we have animation for the family. Or we can use real pictures. You don't have to use real last names for privacy reasons. And then we have our live Joe Spouse. Currently, we're raising money for essentials for the people that live there right now. And so today I'm going to show you what our Joe Spouse looks like inside. So you see an image up top, the amount we need, a little bit about the story, and then the timeline, as long as the corporate sponsor is down at the bottom. As we ship, we can update you with what we're doing live. So you can continuously see what's happening with the campaign. One click donate, and done. So I'm very proud to announce challenges. And what challenges is, let's say everyone in here knows about Fire Harvest Fund, right? Even if you're not from Albany, you know. Everyone's active, obviously you're all here. So what we do is we link with Price Chopper, and we say, hey, we're going to have 10 people, and each one's going to run 10 or 100 miles, right? Every time you go on your exercise, you click start. And Price Chopper will match a quarter, a dime, a dollar per mile per user. That money, we take a small 4.9% off, and the rest goes right to the cause. Scale. How are we going to bring this to other cities and get the donor base to use it? So we realized that we have the strategic partnerships with these nonprofit sponsors. So they already have their donor base. We have their mailing list, we have their emails. We can leverage off of them. Second, community outreach. When they're having an event, such as the Fire Harvest Run, they now don't need paper checks. They can use our platform to donate money right to their cause, 100%. And churches. We just got asked to present in front of a 300-person congregation in Albany. So we're really excited about that. Inside churches, as you all know, it's community giving to community. So I think that's going to really work well for us. So sustainability, corporate sponsorships, tax donations. So you can, corporations, if you're formed, you can donate, certain types that can donate, and write it right off. As well as the marketing challenge. So they can actually sponsor the challenges and then use that. Gala events. We're going to throw our own gala events, one every quarter. Grants. And we're excited, we're not really fully announcing it, but we have a nonprofit CRM, which isn't something that's really happening now. Other nonprofits will be able to actually use our platform to track their own donors and solicit our own donors. And that'll be coming around 2019, we're projecting.
So we've broken down our launch plan into basically four rough steps. We're coming to the conclusion of step one, which is to have active users on the platform in Albany, to have a prototype app in the App Store, and to have a finalized website. We have a website currently. We're going to relaunch a website at the end of the month. Step two is going to be redesigning our app from the ground up. Entire redesign to incorporate everything we've discovered in our customer discovery process, as well as what Adam was talking about, additional features such as the challenges. Step 3 and 4 involves expansion. We'll be, holding our first gala events to really, launch heavily in Albany and the capital region. And step 4 will be moving outside of Albany and the capital region into other major cities, New York, Boston, etc. So, what we're asking to get from step 1 to step 4 is $50,000. Now that $50,000, we're in a unique position because we're not asking for an investment, we're asking for a donation. And we're not expecting to ask for a donation, we're asking for many donations. We're asking the community to come together and help the community by making this happen. What we're really asking is, we're asking you to leave this room and get excited about our mission. We want you to go back and talk about GivDapps, talk about what you've heard, because that's the only way this is going to happen. Talk to people you know in the nonprofit world, talk to people that we may be interested in partnering with, and talk to people who may have needs that we can feature on our platform. This is a community effort to make this happen, and that's how this will run. From the beginning to the end, it will be a community-based platform. So we thank you all for your time today. And before we leave, we want to leave you with the thought of Jacob. Jacob needed a pair of shoes. That's where this entire journey started. And we want to make that happen for as many people as we possibly can, as soon as possible. So leaving today, we ask that you visit our GoFundMe page and download our application if you have an iPhone. We're currently only in the Apple Store. We're launching in the Android Store in the fall. So if you don't have Apple, visit the GoFundMe page and contribute whatever you can to our cause. $10, $20, $1. Whatever you can give, download the application, and talk about our story. Thank you for your time.